Okay. So apart from using this particular word like again, what about situation whereby that word I want to retrieve some specific word emails. I want to retrieve some specific email. You can see that I have some email that are Gmail here and I have some email that are Yahoo here again. I can have another word supplier now. I can add another supplier. So I want to, or maybe I want to retrieve all the phone number that start with 080. How can I retrieve the phone number that start with 0810? Do you get it now? That's another way of using this particular word, the like keyword. I can return back here again and using the instead of the first name now, I can say what phone like what. Can see now phone like what zero phone like hash percent what percent 08 and I put what percent here too. This instruction here mean what? As long as the phone start with 08, irrespective of okay, I don't even need to use that. I just need to say 08. As long as the phone start with 08, any one letter that follow it, whether 0802 or 0803, 0804, system can pick it for us now. So once I press enter key here, you can see only the two phone number start with 080. Do you get it now? That is it. So this particular line can be used to retrieve some specific record based on the pattern. This is one pattern that define the record I want to retrieve, and the one we also have here too is still another type of the pattern. So you can use any of the pattern to retrieve the selected record from the table. In addition to that again, we also have in operator, the in operator. If you look at it, let me explain before we go again. This one mean that they want to retrieve the title of the movies, where title like F here mean as long as the first letter is if first letter any first letter, when I use underscore here, do you get it now? Any first letter follow with F, whether Africa, whether affair, as long as the second letter is F, but a single letter before F, because this underscore mean a single letter before F. If there are two letters before F, system will not pick it. Do you get it now? And after that, F will follow. That's something like this particular one. This one. Let's see if we can apply something similar like that on my example again. Let me see all the record from the word supplier once again now. Assuming that I have something like this. I want to check the record you can apply this one to now. Or Atiku Abayomi. This record is not so common. Atiku ICT. We have to have record that start with what? Maybe Abraham Adeleke, the name that close like this. BAD, ABA. Because we have a very little record from here. But just understand this one here that it means that as long as the first letter start, so this thing go to pick effect, affair, Africa. Do you get it now? So a single letter first. If you have something like AA affair, system will not return such a record. If there are two letters before F, system will not return such a record. There must be a letter before F. Anything that starts with a letter before F, system can return that record. Once again, any name here, any name, okay, maybe, okay, oh no, okay. So that is for that, yeah. The next one we want to look at here from this one now. What's wrong with this one now? Okay. The next one I want to look at now is in operator. In operator is used to specify multiple value of a specified field while retrieving a record from a table. If I'm going to pick any record from the table, I can specify in for it. Like for example now, I want to retrieve any record that I have an African, the title is African egg, agent trauma, a lone trip. I can use int for it. As long as each of these value exists inside this particular title. In some of this particular example here now, if I want to retrieve any record, maybe from the, let me return to my item again. I think that's where we still have more record. We still need to add in more record again later. Return record from item now. Good. I want to return all the record from the item, whereby the maybe the quantity is 10 and 25 and 20. Those are the record I want to pick. Any record from the item that have quantity 5, 10 and 25. Before that, let me add another 2 more records to this to this item again. So I'm starting from here, and I say record 6 here now. So record 6 here is going to be or smart or smart TV. Okay, smart TV now. That is it. Smart TV. And then I say watching watching programs. Okay, that's it now. And what is the price now? That's going to be 12,500. And like how many quantity now? And I say quantity is going to be maybe 10. Okay, the other level is 2, and the quantity order is 5, and the what's that? Supply ID is 1, 2, and category is 12, 2. So I press enter key. That's record 6. You get it now. And record 7 again, and so that record 7, I call it Zobo drink. Okay, that's Zobo drink. So in quotation, and yes, drink for good health. Okay, so and now like how many now? I say 12. Okay, price 1,500. Okay, 1,500. Okay, the quantity is is 23 here now, and the other level is is 6, and the other we have is 15, and I have to check the category now. Supplier, the categories, which category is that? Which category is that now? So category beverage is 11, and supplier can be any number. Okay, beverage 11. So that means category ID will be 11 here now. That's 11. Okay, so and the supplier now I can make it supplier 3. I press enter key. So I want to see this record again now. These are my more record here now. So maybe for example now, I want to return all the, yes, good. Okay, S. Okay. This one cannot be. It cannot be now. So now I want to retrieve some record based on the in order now. That's how I'm using now. When I say select this in, when I speak in, whatever value I specify in the in, that will be the record system go to return. So by now return by, I say select this particular item detail. I say where quantity now order. I will now say where quantity order. Where quantity order in. I open the bracket now. So the next thing now is going to be to spread a list of value I want the system to return. If quantity order is 10, system returning 10 record is going to be returned because I have 10 record that are 10. If quantity order is 25, system should return it. Can you see again? So I'm going to separate them with comma. This one means return the item that the quantity order is 10, quantity order is 25. So once I press enter key here, I should see 3 record. That is it again. That's what the particular in is. So when I specify a list of value, if I want it to be more than that, well, the quantity order again, maybe it's 23 again. So you can see I have four different word value. Using in mean I can retrieve the record that fall into a particular category of value word and I already listed using the in word operator here. In addition to that again, I can still use my select statement to perform some mathematical operation on the record we have in our database. Do you get now? Maybe I'm performing some calculation now. This case now, I can do that again. So that is it. But I can use like in the product here now. Maybe I want to return the following record and return the discount. I want to give 10% discount on all product. I can now compute the 10% discount on all product. You get it now? So I can display those product and add their 10% discount to it. Like when I specify the column name here, I can say item ID. I want to retrieve this column I want to display. Item name and item description. And after description, I want to return the price. After the price, I want to compute the discount for the price too. So here now, I will now specify the formula by say 10 over 100 multiply by price. Do you get it now? That means system should compute this. Do you get it now? I will now say as I give you a new title as discount now. That is, when system compute this particular operation here, do you get it now? It should put it under the title called discount. And then I now say quantity again, QTY again. I want that quantity again. I say from item detail table. This is how we perform this mathematical operation. You can perform any form of mathematical operation with this. Let's see how this one go first. Can you see now? System instantly compute the discount for every price here. For 200 naira here now, discount is is 200%. Maybe for example, now I want to find the total price again. That means quantity times price times quantity again. I can see part of mathematical operation. Apart from discount, I can now say comma again. But now say price multiply by by QTY. I will now say as total amount. That's the title I want to give now. So once I press enter key again here now, system still compute this particular value again. Remember that discount is not the column from database table, while total amount is not the column from database table. But I can still use the SQL statement to compute those kind of column when I'm retrieving the record. And once I compute, all this total amount is not going to store into your database table. Neither discount store into your database table. It's part of the report we just generated from the table. Do you get now? We generate it from some of the existing record from your table. It's part of some of the because when you are designing your program for backend, they might want you to perform some calculation. That calculation can be compute on your on your database, and this type of result can now send to your web page. Then your web page just display this. That is just because we know that HTML did not have a capability to perform the calculation. Neither the CSS has some capacity to perform the calculation. But JavaScript that has some capability only do it on the on the front end. JavaScript does not work on the on the server to be able to perform the calculation. That's why that some of this calculation can be computed on the server and send to what? To your front end what? Application to be able to display to the what? To the user. So you can use any type of mathematical or operator here to perform different type of calculation. But one thing you must notice is that what? This calculation must be carried out on numeric what? Data. Any column in your database that did not store the numeric value, you can't perform the calculation on it. Like for example now, item name and description, you cannot do the calculation on it. You can only do it on the column that is numeric value, whether integer or decimal or float or doubles. Okay, so that is for this calculation work again here now. Another one is what we call limit. Limit is important word part of the SQL statement. If I want to limit the word, allow the user to see the particular limited number of record, I can specify it instead of return all record. Sometimes some database can have more than 40,000 record, 800,000 record, 10,000 record. Maybe I want to see the top 10. I can use the limit to, I can say limit 10. If I want to see the top 3, I can say limit what 3. So by returning down here again, I say select record from table limit 5. That means system return the one, the top 5 record. Just like we have here now. If I want to see the one, the top 2 record from my item table here, I can now say okay, after system complete the calculation, I can now have this called limit. I say limit to 3. That is, I want to see the top 3 record from this calculation. Can you see now? This is top 3. I can see limit 5. That is it. So that's how this particular limit work. But sometimes it can be used in conjunction with another thing again. We'll see that when we get to another section we call what? Order by now. You get it now. Because we have a statement we call order by. Let's look at that now. Order by is another important statement in SQL Server. Order by is a clause that you to what? You say order by that you to perform what? The sorting of the what? Of the record in your database. Maybe for example here now, I want to make sure that what? All the record in this particular what? Item database here now. I want to display all these products in what? According to the product with the highest price. Do you get now? Or the product with the what? The highest quantity. I can say order by. What I need to do now is to say select all record from the item detail, which table name. So then I can now say what? Order by. Which column am I using to arrange? I say price. Do you get now? When I say price like this, by default, system arrange this record in ascending order. That is from the lowest to the what? To the highest. Can you see now? That is it. But if I want in descending order, I will now put what? DESC. This means descending order from the highest to the lowest based on the price. Can you see again? That's order by. Do you get it now? So maybe for example now, these are the records we have in our database table like this. They now say that well, display all the record, display the top 3 product with the highest price. Display the top 3 product with the highest price. Display the top 3 product with the highest price. Indirectly, they are telling you to perform this task again. To display the top 3 product with the highest price, you have to first display your product by price and arrange them in what? In descending what? Order. I say DESC. You will see product with the highest price now. Can you see? These are the product with the highest price. So once you are seeing product with the highest price here now, they say top 3. Then you can now apply what we call limit with it. You now say, okay, limit it to what? To 3. Can you see now? This is a combination of the. Do you get it now? So when I press enter key here now, can you see? These are the top 3 products. The first one is 12,500, 10,000, 8,005. Do you get it now? And something like this is what they can ask a database world developer or to quickly return. Because management can ask of any kind of question that the management feel necessary to want to know about the their product or their organization, as long as they know that every information is being stored in database. except some management that are ignorant or they are not aware, they are illiterate to understanding the power of the word of keeping all record in database. That's why they are going to be talking in anyhow without understanding it. Like somebody I was just talking today this afternoon now, the person trying to build a website that are going to perform different type of functionality. By the time you give him quotation, he say, is that what you want to do? I now discovered that, well, I don't need to give this person the answer. I just call the meeting off because does not understand what he can do. Imagine you have designed your database, you have stored the information that happen, you are putting this data in your database, many questions can be asked. That's why, well, the data analysis today become one of the most lucrative job, because a lot of company have been storing so many information, and now information is now becoming what they use to what, to decide, to manage, and to determine the progress of an organization. Query the database to give them the information in any form. That is power of this. So these are the what, how we can use this particular select to be able to retrieve some what, some record from our database and perform some operation. So the next class again, we are still going to continue with the select statement again. But then we are now going to look at how we can be able to use our select statement again to query record from the what, from the multiple what, table again. Then that means we are going to be talking about what, how we can use join and some other what, activity that require in database management what, system. We look at the function, we are looking at the sort and group what, data in our next class. So that's where we are going to stop for now. So any question? Yes, huh? Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you. So promise. Okay. So I hope you see available there. So I will send this video too. I will send it to the work to the, okay. Okay. I'll send the video to, I will send it to what, to the group. Please let us download it on times. Hmm? Because I might need to remove it maybe after 1 week. So good night everybody. Have a nice weekend.